Good evening, my friends. Welcome back to our channel. This video, we give you some latest updates about the royal family. The first is bad news for Harry and Meghan. Parliament urged to strip the Sussexes of royal titles. An MP accused they bring country and monarchy into disrepute. The majority of the UK thinks it is long overdue for these two to be stripped of style titles. They have made it perfectly clear their lives do not involve the UK or the Commonwealth, except of course to extract as much advantage from the titles as possible. In fact, their titles are the only reason that companies like Netflix have even a passing interest in them. If they are trading on their titles to cash in, the titles should be stripped. And today, Daily Express reported a Tory MP has urged to table a motion in the House of Commons to officially strip Meghan Markle and Prince Harry of their royal titles. Henry Smith and the Tory MP for Crawley in West Sussex has been asked to establish whether other politicians would support a motion to rescind the Duke and Duchess of Sussex of their titles. A constituent has written to the MP and accused the royal couple of bringing the country and the monarchy into disrepute and by abusing their royal links. David Probet, a retired employee of NatWest Bank, has written to his MP concerning Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. The letter, which he shared on his Twitter account, reads, "Dear Mr. Smith, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, also known as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, shortly before the marriage, Her Majesty the Queen granted the couple the titles of the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex. The couple has flagrantly abused the use of their titles by their various well-publicized activities and antics. I understand that Her Majesty the Queen is unable to rescind these titles. Only Parliament can do that. As one of the members of Parliament for the County of Sussex, may I suggest that you consider sounding out your colleagues to see if there is any support for Parliament to act to remove the titles from this couple. They can't have it both ways. The titles confer status as members of the royal family and thus make them representatives of the nation. Meghan has already broken one of the most important protocols by showing political bias. Rescinding the titles would send the message to the world that they and their views are not representative of the royal family or the nation. Alternatively, you might care to do the country a favor by introducing a motion yourself. I feel that the actions of the couple have brought disrepute to the country and to the monarchy, and it is time to bring the whole sorry charade to a close. They should be stripped of their title. Parliament should do it as soon as possible. They are bringing the royal family, Britain, and the Commonwealth into disrepute. They should not be allowed to benefit from a British title when they live in another country." An MP's assistant, Mr. Hancock, also said, "They do need their titles removed, otherwise the world thinks they represent the UK on a semi-official basis. It is shameful to be connected on a global basis to two people so unworthy of titles. 2021 should be a fresh start for the UK, removing all official links to those who seek to undermine the UK or bring it into disrepute." Meanwhile, author Dane, a loyal fan, also claims, "I have also written to my MP and to the Queen, and I know that many others have already done the same. If you feel moved to make your feelings known, you should write. I attach the suggested text only in case you might find it useful or a place to start. They don't represent us and, in fact, seem to detest us. They live in the USA and must be stripped of their titles. also taken from their Commonwealth roles. They don't even understand what it is. No security cost either. Earlier this year, Meghan and Harry announced they would be stepping down as senior members of the royal family in favor of becoming financially independent and moving abroad. But many people feel Meghan and Harry should be stripped of all royal titles, especially as they begin to sign lucrative financial contracts. News of the unprecedented Netflix signing prompted dozens of royal fans to call on the Queen to strip the pair of their official titles. Henry Smith told Express.uk.co, "I've got great sympathy for the Queen, my constituents, and others who feel let down by the Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's decision to withdraw from their royal duties." He continues, "In over 2 years since their publicly funded wedding, where the nation warmly welcomed the couple, I understand they have only visited Sussex for 1 day before leaving by helicopter back to London. Constitutionally, Parliament is of course ultimately sovereign, but by convention, such titles as Duke and Duchess of Sussex are for the monarch to personally bestow, although I do feel our Queen has been put in an envious situation." But a people from Essex said, "I wrote to my Tory MP and he said only the Queen could strip them of their titles, and he gave me her address, as if no one in the country knows it. So as a lifelong Tory voter, I am disappointed that back down Boris MPs can't get their act together, or will one of them U-turn again?" Signed by one disgruntled ex-Tory voter. Meanwhile, outspoken Good Morning Britain host Piers Morgan has also said Meghan and Harry should be stripped of their Sussex links. He said, "If they really want to be independent, it seems they do. They want to live in Hollywood or Santa Barbara and want to make woke movies or TV shows and makes us feel lovely and fluffy about everything. That's fine. I just don't think, as a Sussex resident all my life, I don't think they should be allowed to keep the titles Duke and Duchess of Sussex. A, they never go to Sussex, and B, if they really want to leave the royal family, why would you even want the titles? Except the titles is what attractive to commercial partners." Hopefully Mr. Henry Smith, MP, is intelligent enough to see the steep and very slippery slope that would lie ahead. There is a very good reason that attainder was abolished a full century and a half ago. If the Duke of Sussex can be stripped of his peerages, what other peers come next? That constitute sounds very spiteful. Some words for Harry and Meghan: you left the family, you left their job, you left the country, you want independence. Okay, then please give up the Duke and Duchess titles. You pair are nothing into the UK. We are tired of watching you flaunt and don't care to patronize us from your uber-privileged position. We don't like it. You don't want to help your country. You have abandoned Invictus for your money. Look in the mirror, guys. You are not liked. Meanwhile, back in the old report, one princess slammed Megxit. I found perfect balance. Prior to joining the Swedish royal family in 2015, after marrying Prince Carl Philip, she was a glamour model and reality television contestant. Her husband is only son of King Carl Gustaf and fourth in the line of succession, while Sophia's two children, Prince Alexander, Duke of Somaliland, and Prince Gabriel, Duke of Dalarna, are fifth and sixth in line of succession, respectively. The interview with Princess Sophia was conducted several months ago before the pandemic began. Princess Sophia said she would never want a version of Megxit to happen within the Swedish royal family, sharing her thoughts in a documentary titled Princess Sophia Project Playground, which aired on Swedish channel TV4. She said she had found perfect balance in her life within the royal family. Princess Sophia has a great amount in common with Meghan, having moved away from show business to royal life. She garnered a lot of attention from the press in Sweden, not all of which have been positive, from when her relationship with Prince Carl Philip became known publicly. Before becoming a royal, she moved away from the countryside to Stockholm, where she worked as a waitress and glamour model. Before participating in the television show Paradise Hotel in 2005, Sophia dated her husband for 5 years before walking down the aisle in 2015. When asked if she had ever considered doing a Megxit in the interview, she responded that she had now. The former model said, "No, not really. I think I have found such a fantastic balance, and I really see it as a positive, that I have made it through these stormy years. It is such a huge advantage in that we have the opportunities to stand a little in both worlds." And you, what do you think about her? Let me know in the comments section below, and we discuss them together. If you see my news so useful, remember to like and share it for anyone you think they also loved it. And don't be afraid to subscribe to the Sussex Daily News team to get more news from the royal family. Now have a nice day and see you in the next videos.